volume like water in the pool. You can tell the money up by looking at the jewels. Why you wanna stand still looking like a fool? Authorized, slide my card, I got clearance. Hard time gear, I'm rocking for my appearance. This ain't K-Wayne, let it sizzle in your spirit. NASCAR, these hard bars, you gotta feel it. You ain't gotta shuffle the cards to know the deal is. Don't make the guards go bananas, cause
Yo, what up, world? What up, world? What's good? What's good? What's going on? What's going on, man? You know what time it is, man. You know what time it is, man. Peace and blessings to everyone. Hope all is well. Hope everything is going your way. If not, keep your head up, because trouble don't last always. Man, you know what time it is, man. Thank each and every one of y'all for taking time out your schedule to rock with your boy. But you know what time it is, man. It's sports talk with your man Pops. And I'm your man Pops. And we're going to get right into it, man. Forgive me, I ain't had a chance to get up with y'all. Got a lot going on just like everybody else. But without further ado, I'm here. I'm back like I never left. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, we finna get straight into it. You hear me? Hey, man, do me a favor, man. Hit that like, comment, subscribe, share button for me, man. Like I said, without further ado, it's sports talk with your man Pops. Let's get into it. Yeah, right now, man, we just going to do a little wrap-up of the NBA. That's where we going at right now. I'm doing the NBA playoffs right now. We haven't made it to the finals, but we almost there. We got the conference finals, but let me give you a wrap-up to where we at right now. I'm going to start in the West. Round one. Round one, we had the Clippers versus Denver. Denver, that game went to 7 games. Denver ended up taking it in the last game. So the final was 4-3. Denver wait. Let them move on. Next one you had was the Lakers and the Timberwolves. So sorry for your Lakers fans, but it just wasn't your year. You know, everything was cute that you did all season, but right about now, you got to see y'all with that next year, player. Y'all Lakers, it was 1-4. Timberwolves, hey, they was on them. They just wanted it a little bit more than they did. Again, it was cute with the Lakers all year, but right now, hey, we got to try that again next year. Next one you had was OKC versus the Grizzlies. Boy, OKC wasn't even playing. They still ain't playing right now. OKC swept the Grizzlies. Grizzlies, they ain't get a win, though. It's all right. I definitely am not about to go into all the details. You go back and check it out. You know, I'll be back with details later. The next one we had was the Rockets versus Golden State. Hey, I had to take that to 7 games, too. Even with Golden State snatching up Jimmy Butler, in which he ain't the lifesaver or anything, but you thought with him would have been a little bit different. But, hey, it is what it is. They advanced from out of round one. And then we're going to go to round 2 in the West. In round 2 in the West, you had the Thunder versus the Nuggets. Pretty good series, if you ask me. Went 7 games. Thunder ended up taking it. But I definitely thought Denver Nuggets was probably going to slide through. But again, Thunder wanted it just a little bit more. Them young guys these days, boy, they playing hard. Big shout out to them. Thunder advances. Then you had the Timberwolves versus Golden State. Like I said, Steph, you can't do but so much. He been hurt a little bit lately. Just, hey, Timberwolves beat them 4-1. Golden State didn't get but 1 game out of that series right there. Again, see y'all next year with that. You know my motto, just like Craig, put your ass in the house. Ain't none of that right there. So now, in this conference the conference finals that we got going on right now, you got the Thunder and the Timberwolves playing as we're speaking. Right now, Thunder is up 2-0. Y'all let me know what you think. Do you think that the Thunder going to sweep them? You think the Thunder going to beat the Timberwolves? Personally, I do think that the Thunder going to beat the Timberwolves. The Thunder, so far, OKC, them young guys, I'm telling you, the young gunners is what they doing. They young gunning it, and they doing it. I ain't mad at them. Big shout out to them. Personally, I think the Thunder is going to slide on through. Now, we're going to slide to the East. The East, you had the Bucks versus the Pacers. The Pacers beat them 4-1. Pacers looking amazingly awesome right now. Young gunners, I'm talking about amazing right now. So, look out for them Pacers, bro. And then you had the Pistons versus the Knicks. That was a pretty good series, but the Knicks ended up taking it 4-2. And right now, boy, you got the world on the Knicks bandwagon right now. All my family, they from up that road, so it's Nick Haven up there. Then you had Cleveland which I didn't even expect to see no Cleveland in no playoffs. But they actually, again, the young guys in here doing what they do, making it happen. I ain't mad at them. You know what I'm saying? And they had Cleveland versus Heat, swept the Heat. Nothing for the Heat. Everything, like I said, during the season it's cute. But when you get to that playoffs, that's when you got that's what separates you from being good and being a legend. It's when you get to them playoffs. But Cleveland, sweep them boys. See you next year. Then we had the Celtics versus the Magic. Celtics kind of beat them boys down pretty good, 4-1. You know what I'm saying? And if you was to ask me coming out of the East, you wouldn't have been able to tell me that the Celtics ain't coming out of the East. But slide around too. You had Cleveland versus the Pacers. The Pacers beat them 4-1. Again, everything is cute during the season. Playoff time, you got to be a different type of dude. Then in that Knicks Celtics game, again, you wouldn't have been able to tell me that the Celtics wasn't going to blow the Knicks out. But the Knicks, they hadn't been in the playoffs in a long time. Well, you got major Knicks fans from all over the world out and about right now, and Knicks are looking good. This little Brunson little kid, boy, he rolling. He rolling. Like I said, hey, big shout out to the Knicks. They advanced. Now we in the conference finals with them, and we got the Pacers versus the Knicks. Now, I watched the very first game of the Pacers and the Knicks when the Knicks was up and the Knicks was handling them. But for some sort of reason, the Pacers walked them down. They let them hang around just a little bit too much. And then my man with the 5 3-pointers, he had like a total of 8 3-pointers, but he had 5 3-pointers, with, under like 2 minutes left in the game. And again, when you're up by them many points, bro, you got to keep your eyes on that clock. You got to do a better clock management. And you got to hold that ball to the end. But again, when you're shooting, you're missing. You're still trying to shoot threes. When you're up, sometimes that doesn't even work out in your advantage like that. But right now, if you ask me, from what I'm seeing, it looks like the Pacers are probably going to really get on the Knicks. I would love to see the Knicks go ahead and advance and at least make it to the finals. Whether they win or lose, I would love to see that. But from what I'm seeing so far, and with the Pacers being up 2 games, bro, that means to me, when you're up 2 games and we only got 5 more games to play, that pretty much means I got to win the rest of these. And as you see, the Pacers came into the Garden first night and snatched that one. Usually when you do that, it don't be looking too good after that right there. But as of right now, we got Thunder versus the Timberwolves, and we got the Pacers versus the Knicks. Now, out of this, who you think is going to make it to the finals? Me, I'm thinking the Thunder is going to be Thunder versus Pacers. And that's going to be a good one because you ain't going to have nothing but young gunners gunning back and forth. I'm talking about, you see how these jokers run, bro? These jokers run from one end to the next one. Don't even be tired coming back. But, man, big shout out to everybody who made it to the playoffs, to the finals. It's a really hard thing to do when you have to play 80-something games before you even start getting to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, big shout out to everybody who made it to the playoffs. Hey, man, big shout out to all the fans. As you see, I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. I've been a Chicago Bulls fan since Michael Jordan been there. And, a lot of people these days, they follow individual players. And I can see it's more easier to follow an individual player versus following the team. But I'm old school, OG status, you know what I'm saying? So when I stick with the team, I'm sticking with them regardless of what. But like I said, I was a big Michael Jordan fan. And I want to take this moment to apologize to all the Kobe fans because I was one of the biggest Kobe haters in the world. I about hated Kobe like I hated the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? But my son, big shout out to Sluice D. Man, he put me on and he was like, hey, man, Pops, what I need for you to do, man, is just sit back and go back and look at Kobe, his highlights and everything right there. And so I promise you, you will have a different perspective. So I want to take this moment to say to anybody who are Kobe fans, Laker fans, hey, I'm super busy. I take accountability. I can take accountability and say I was wrong. I just hated on the man because I thought he was trying to be too much like Mike, not knowing that this man Kobe was really, really good. And he had he really was good like that. So I slipped on him because I was old school, stuck on Michael Jordan. Oh man, can't nobody be like Mike. But Kobe was that dude. That Kobe was really that dude. And again, I'm big enough to say that I was a Kobe hater and I was dead wrong because that man was way more better than I ever tried to give him credit for. But again, big shout out, rest in power to Black Mamba, him and his daughter. Again, everybody enjoyed the playoffs, and I guarantee you I'll be back with the finals wrap up, man. But y'all enjoy the playoffs and y'all enjoy y'all Memorial Day weekend. Man, I'll catch y'all on the next segment of Sports Talk with Pops. And I'm your man Pops, giving it to you from an OG's perspective. Thank you for taking time to rock out with me one last time. Hit that like, comment, subscribe, share button for me. Catch you on the next episode. Peace.